It's the Date Master. Yes, we're coming at you with another video. Got a two-piece setup for you guys today. I think you're gonna like these. We're gonna discuss the good old Vday. Today is quote-unquote Lover's Day for you lovers out there. But do not get too caught up with the riffraff of trying to show or overly show your woman that you love her in a sense. You notice you don't love her until you show it to social media. A lot of women feel that if you don't make it public, if you don't post my gifts, or if you don't post us on this day, you don't post us any other day, but you're not going to post us on this day. Ask yourself, why is she so invested in holidays, and what does social media have to do with said holiday? What does social media have to do with said holiday? I'll tell you what it has to do with it. It's because it is one of the days every woman gets to compete with each other as to who has the better man. You know, you have Christmas. That's usually a lot about the kids and so forth. Valentine's Day is that one day in which mostly favors the woman. Now, they have the egalitarian where you got to do it for him too. You know, we get that. But for the most part, we know it is about the women, not the children. It's usually going to be centered around love and the woman. So she needs you to use social media to show her friends that she has the best man out of the batch. I told you that a lot of women compare notes. They're in these group chats, having all type of conversations, sending pictures of the current, the next, and the last. They use the last to show, well, look at what he's doing. So you may even be unknowingly in a few group chats, some screenshots of either you, some things that you have going. You just won't know what it is in particular. But best believe, if you're making a mark on the world, if you have some type of motion going, you've been in some of these discussions, because they're going to use that as a benchmark. Well, I got him and he's good. This is my next guy. When in reality, this is just going to be for a lay, sexual conquest, etc., just a fling, because the intention behind a lot of things determines the actual result. So my man is better than yours contest is no better than the day of love, Valentine's Day, because it does not show, it doesn't appear as forced. See, women like to make ungenuine connections, and, you know, they like the fake chemistry. They do a lot of faking. So they think they can use this day as a more of it has an organic approach, because why wouldn't I post this? It's Valentine's Day, right? I'm not shoving this in your face. I'm not trying to flex on you. It's Valentine's Day. Everybody is posting what they've got, or their man, or what they're doing on Valentine's Day, right? See, a lot of you guys may have just come into the woman that you are dealing with now, or when I say recently, it's been less than 3 months, which if you date that back, that's pretty much the climax or the peak of cuffing season. This when cuffing season is at its pretty much it's in full swing now. You go back to December, November. Oh yeah, they're shopping. So what they do is use social media to validate the value that their man has in them, or the love that their man has for them. They'll use this day to gauge everyone else's relationship. How frequently, how in-depth is the caption? How detailed is the caption? How detailed is the production? Because you got a lot of women that's going to post all day. They're going to post in the morning. They're going to post in the noon. They're going to post in the evening. Now, again, when I'm in that mode, you know, I feel like my woman is mine. In a sense, I feel like we are in a deeper connection. We're locked in, per se. When I'm feeling like this, I like to do a little extra. I go a little extra mile just to let her know, hey, I rock with you. But that gets foggy, because that's what she expects you to do in a lot of cases. That's what she's hoping you do, not for the admiration and the affection and the gesture. It is to gauge and to show the other women in her clique, in her circle, that she has a man that's willing to do these things, that her friend is not going to outdo her with her date. I have a date too. It's a lot of things that play in the factor. Is also how quickly can I rebound, or should I say regroup. This day is also used as a day to show the ex or her friends that she has this secret competition with when it comes to getting a man that is onto something or has something going. It is to show how quickly she was able to reassimilate to a new man. It's to use to show how quickly she can get a new man to go out and beyond and above all the other guys that she's been with in such a quick amount of time from the last one. You see that? You have women who had breakups in October, November, December, hell, even last week, going on a new date for Valentine's Day. Now, yeah, ask yourself, if she was so in love with me, or if she was so in love with the last guy, how is she so quickly involved with another guy? This is because you've been misinformed. You've been misled to believe that they behave. This is why I say women are duplicitous. They say one thing, but they're going to do the total opposite of that because they only need the verbal resume. They need the presentation to look a certain way, but their actions behind closed doors, when no one is looking, it is totally different. That's why you must move like a snail. I always say, see, we have you wasted my time. This is another omen where women say, if this Valentine's Day doesn't go as planned, this is my pass to leave. You know, some women are going to leave their man today because he did not impress her enough, or it wasn't grandiose enough to show her friends or for her to outdo her friends. She'll leave. She's going to leave a man today. A lot of men will get left today because their Valentine's Day gesture wasn't big enough. No pun intended. You see how that works? It is a competition of who has the best man, who has the best relationship, who has the best future, and who has the most value. Again, using it to catapult into a new situation, leave an old situation. It's a whole lot of factors that play into this day. But you're going to find women on social media heavily active today, looking and scowling the social media streets to see who got what, who's with who, all of the bells and whistles. They want to know all the details so they can gauge that to their relationship or their future relationship or even their last relationship so they can get some justifiable closure. You know, a lot of women, they'll use certain things such as the Valentine's Day holiday, other experiences to justify why their last situation did not work. We all do this. We like to find things, messages, videos, all type of things to kind of give us a reaffirmation that us sabotaging and ruining the last relationship, which more likely would have been the best or was the most healthy, is justified. We can feel good about it. We can sleep good at night. We're looking for things to help us sleep good with bad decisions. Bad decisions come from emotional instability. I'll say that again. Bad decisions normally stem from emotional instability or emotional trauma, i.e. lack of self-esteem. A lot of women get their self-esteem torn apart and they need it to be rebuilt by another man. And normally these men are not the men they want to be with. It's the men they need for that moment. And they'll use Valentine's Day to say, take me here, spend $300 on dinner, buy me flowers, go through the whole rigmarole. And you guys who are thirsty for the box, you're going to do it because you think and hope this is going to get you in the door and you're going to go home dry. You're going to go home dry if you pick wrong. Now, if you pick right, you know, some women say, okay, I'll give him some just because he helped me outshine my friends or my associates. So I'm going to give him some for a good job. Just for a good job. Do not get caught up in the my man is better than your man competition when it involves your ladies and trying to propagate your relationship or advertise your relationship on social media when in a lot of cases that was never your style. I have many sayings, many theories that the more, and especially when it comes to, I would say both, but in particularly when a man, or when I say when a woman shows her man too much, she really does not value him. She value what he does for her. I'll say that again. When a woman shows her man too much to the world, she does not value him. She only values what he does and what he brings to the table. The validation she gets from him is what she values. What woman really shows her man off daily? Because in that same breath, she'll show him off, and next thing you know, she's showing herself off. So it kind of waters it down, or it dilutes the fact that I'm really doing this for me, not for you. But yeah, they're gonna count the likes. It's gonna be a lot of likes and comment reading today. It's gonna be a lot of stories. They're gonna be looking at stories, seeing who's who, and oh, this is the new bae. They're gonna be investigating today. So I advise you to move swiftly and wisely. But if you have a chick that's worth something, this day should not mean it shouldn't mean anything to you, or it should not be as a threat to you, because you should be centered and focused at all times. But you guys, this is going to be a short video. Again, I got two for you. This next one is going to be the Whopper. I'm going to break down a lot of things that you see with women, and I get all of the attention, or I don't get any attention because of my beauty. We're going to get into that on the next video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It's the Day Master.